It was only about bringing the families, let the civilians know how they are facing, what is their life, उनकी family के साथ क्या होता है, उनके साथ क्या होता है. I just wanted to bring the forces and the civilians' families together. But धीरे धीरे बनते गए, and the Huffington Post recognized the work, and many of the Telugu newspapers published it. And यहाँ पे हांगकांग में भी काफी सारे local magazines ने publish किया हुआ है.
Good evening, dear viewers and subscribers of Metamorphes channel. I am Shakuntala, and today we are having a yet another series on Nation Talks. Are you interested in knowing who it is? Today, we have a very special guest with us, Miss Jaya Peesapatty. She is from Hong Kong and an Indian citizen. So we all know that we have to do something for our country, and we are all dedicated, committed to bringing our country forward. Miss Jaya has a different role in bringing in awareness about our own culture and tradition in the world outside India. She is a very popular RJ and also an educator by profession. She volunteers for the radio channel TORI, which is Telugu One Radio on Internet. We fondly call it TORI, and she is the host of this great program called Jai Hind. Welcome to our show, Miss Jaya Peesapatty.
Thank you so much, Shakuntala ji. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. Thank you for having me on Metamorphs and on Nation Talks. Thank you so much.
Jaya had thought of this idea of Jai Hind, and we would like to know how she came up with this idea on Jai Hind program. Miss Jaya, please explain and enlighten our viewers about this great idea and how you took it forward.
Thank you so much, Shakuntala ji. It's indeed a pleasure to share my experience and my thoughts. And staying away from home, as you know, मिट्टी की खुशबू हमेशा याद दिलाती रहती है ना, कि वतन कब जाएंगे और वहाँ पे कब अपने दोस्तों से मिलेंगे, कब अपने परिवार से मिलेंगे. These things are very important. Going home is very important. Thinking about home is very important. Though I have been living in Hong Kong since 2002, yet there was a big vacuum within me, something was missing. And I thought I could do something for my country, but I didn't know how to do it. There was an opportunity to gather the people here. So I slowly started forming, because when I came here, there was nobody to help me out, like there was no strong foundation, no help for me, no background of friends or relatives here. So eventually I ended up pulling up the Telugu people together, because I had a bad incident and I wanted to speak it out, vent it out, actually. If I speak to my parents or in-laws, they might be more concerned and worried. So I didn't want to trouble them. And therefore, I wanted to look out for people where I can speak out in Telugu. And that's how I started pulling up people, and I founded the Telugu Association. और जैसे ये Telugu Association किया, and I was doing small activities to bring them together. जैसे नया साल किया, पिकनिक किया, या फिर नवरात्रि किया. ऐसे programs जब हम कर रहे हैं, तो why not let the world know that, this is a small place on the globe, on the world map, but यहाँ पे भी हम तेलुगु लोग हैं और कुछ कर रहे हैं, ऐसे बताने की चाहत थी. Then I didn't know where to send. I was sending to the regular daily newspapers, but they were not publishing it. I said, okay, let me see what is there on the Google net pe kya hai. And that's how I found some NRI portals. वेब एनआरआई पोर्टल्स जब मिले तो उनको मैं खबरें भेजती गई. And that's how one of the Telugu NRI web portals said, since I have been sending them regular reports on the events that I have been doing in Hong Kong, उन्होंने कहा कि क्यों नहीं आप भी हमारे यहाँ रेडियो जॉकी बन जाए ना, और आप अपना काम आप खुद ही बता सकती हो. And then I said, I was a very shy and introvert person. I would never talk much. मैंने कहा मुझे नहीं आता है, and I am not a person to hold long conversations. मुझसे नहीं होगा. तो नहीं आप शुरू हो जाओ, आपका वॉइस अच्छा लग रहा है ऑडियो पे, एंड आप आज शाम से शुरू हो जाओ. Like what? How can I do it?
Yeah.
And उन्होंने कहा ओके कोई कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है, आप ऐसे ही बातचीत करते आ जाओ पहले, and then we can see what can happen. So I started off. For the opening I said okay, let me say hello Hong Kong because I'm doing it from here.
Yeah.
वैसे शुरू किया, और as I said मुझे ज़्यादा बात करने की आदत नहीं है, ना मैं I cannot really put up conversations. मेरे से होता नहीं है. Then I said फिल्मी गाने चलाऊं तो गाने के बारे में, प्रोड्यूसर के बारे में, या I don't know much about the film industry too, so I would be a bad host. And I said I have to find a way out where I can be myself in a true sense. और yes, जो चाहत थी वतन के लिए कुछ करने की, that was now bubbling up. As a teenager, I wanted to join Armed Forces Medical College. I gave the test too, but I was not successful. Okay. So probably that knocked my thoughts, and it said, okay, Jaya, you can do something for the nation. So why not start something for the nation? और ऐसे मैंने जय हिंद नाम से शुरू किया. But at the beginning, yes, I didn't know what to do. So I started off with the Bravehearts, the war heroes. उनके बारे में I started doing weekly, just gathering information through the net. And when I shared it like that, eventually it was almost 9 to 10 months, I guess. And then somebody messaged me on Facebook saying that, why are you doing this program? How do you know about this person? Are you a friend or are you a family friend? कैसे पता है आपको इनके बारे में इतना कुछ? And I politely said, I found it through the net, and that is what I have said. And that gentleman was kind enough. He said, if you're interested, I can connect you to more of armed forces families. आपको करना है क्या? बिल्कुल, मैं करना चाहती हूँ. And very kindly, that gentleman helped me to connect with families. His name is Santosh, and he connected me to initially some of the members, because I'm from Hyderabad. मैं हैदराबाद से हूँ, तो he is also from Hyderabad, and he connected me to. That's how I got connected to Captain Naveen Nagappa. That's how I got connected to our Acharya ji's family. Yes. And Padmapani Acharya ji's family. Yeah. And that's how the family started growing bigger and bigger. And I started having families on Jai Hind, officers on Jai Hind, and it kept me rolling on. That's all. But yes, jo khushi, jo satisfaction, that content, that you're doing something for the nation. Na ki paise ke liye kar rahi hu. It's a purely volunteer service. And that used to give me a lot of content and happiness and joy. Yes.
That's very nice to hear about your journey from an introvert person to a very popular RJ who has done Telugu World Record events, hosted it for 72 hours or so. That's amazing, Ms. Jaya. And I would also like to share it with our viewers and subscribers, those who are watching this channel, that when she comes over to India, she is not always with her family. She goes and visits the families of Bravehearts, and she has come personally to meet me. And, we have shared a lot of our own experiences, and she has been very, very supportive and motivating to all the families of the Bravehearts. So it's been very inspiring to hear your story, Ms. Jaya. And that is what I want to ask you now. In my next question is, how are you balancing between your work? You are an educator, you are an early childhood care facilitator, educator, and you have your own family to take care of. And plus you do all these wonderful, amazing feats of anchoring such world events, and also taking up such responsibilities for these channels. Please tell our viewers about it.
Thank you, Shakuntala ji. Yes, I think it's a great learning process all through. As and when things come on, I would be greedy. I want to do it. Okay. Basically, to keep myself occupied. Yes, occupied matlab I have 2 children, one son and one daughter. When I came here, they were little children. So obviously I had to spend more time with them. And at that point of time, I was doing part-time job and trying to do the community services and other things. Uske liye bhi, yes, I had to plan. Before my daughter comes back from school, I wanted to finish my part-time job and be back home. And if I had to do something for the community, then I would find time when the children are occupied with their own other schedules. So I would kind of cut paste my time between their timings, you know. Is tarah se I would do different things. And also, it's not easy, definitely. As a wife, as a mother, and as a career-oriented person doing community service, the schedule would be tight. And there were times when I would hardly get time to sit and eat my lunch. I had to skip my lunch many a times. I had to skip my lunch and dinner many a times. So, aise karti hu, but I believe in ABCD. I'll share to our viewers what is ABCD. ABCD is very hard to follow, but I think if you get it into your life system, automatically you'll start doing it. A is being awareness, कि क्या करना चाहिए, क्या हो रहा है, उसके बारे में awareness होना चाहिए. And an attitude. Attitude मतलब घमंड नहीं. Attitude मतलब करके दिखाएंगे. You know, we'll do it. I want to do it. That kind of attitude. Positive attitude. And B मतलब bold होना चाहिए. कि हाँ, अगर कोई कहता है, many people told me, what do you want to do Jai Hind में आप armed forces को क्यों लाना चाहती है, you know, you might get into कई बार they might insult you, civilians को नहीं आने देते हैं, ऐसी चीजें होती हैं. मैंने कहा नहीं, ऐसे नहीं होता है. let me approach first. पहले हो जाए तो फिर बाद में देखा जाएगा. पहले मुझे करना है, मुझे जाना है, बात करना है उनसे. So this way I had to take my step forward. किसी ने ना कह दिया फिर भी मुझे जाना था. So that way, and brilliant in the sense, ना कि चमत्कारी हो, ना कि होशियारी दिखाए, but brilliant in the sense, जो कर रहे हैं आप, वो दिखे लोगों को, इस तरह से करें. And C में क्या होता है? Courage, of course, which is also an interpretation of bold only. But courage मैं कहती हूँ कि हिम्मत जो आप अंदर से जुटाते हो, that kind of courage. You know, there are many times when you yourself feel कि शायद मैं नहीं कर पाऊंगी. But ना, आप अपने आप को हिम्मत और हौसला दो और आप खुद पे यकीन करो कि yes, you can do it. That kind of courage. And conviction again is the same thing कि whatever you do, you plan it meticulously, you plan it and see that it happens. Commitment, हाँ, ऐसे नहीं कि चलते चलते हम कर सकते हैं, हमारे में वो स्किल है, ऐसी बात नहीं होनी चाहिए. There should be a commitment. कि करना है तो yes, करके उसे किस तरह से करना है और किस तरह से उसमें से उभर के आना है. That is also one of the important things that you have to man or change. हाँ, आप जो कर रहे हो उसमें से लोगों को ऐसा कुछ मिले कि वो अपने आप में बदलाव ला सके. और through that even you can get through a change. मुझ में भी काफी बदलाव आई है जब से मैंने ये सब शुरू किया. Even I had undergone a lot of changes in myself. And these are of course dedication and discipline. ये होना चाहिए, and devotion and determination. So dedication, discipline, devotion and determination. ये ABCD का मंत्र अगर हम लोग अपने हाथों में अपने गांठ में बांध लें, very firm about it, practice it. It is very hard, definitely. But yeah, once you start doing it, I think you'll get it and it'll help you. ऐसे नहीं कि you have to be a great successful person, but you will know that you have done a right job. That's it. That's all I believe in, Shakuntala ji.
Wonderful. It's such a good mantra, A, B, C, D. I've taken it from you, and I think I have to also put this A, B, C, D boldly on my wall. That's so nice to put it in a nutshell that we have to be, the attitude should be right. We should be bold, courageous, and disciplined plus determined. That's excellent, Ms. Jaya Peesapatty.
And as I said, the outcome, मैंने कभी outcome के बारे में सोचा नहीं था. It was only about bringing the families, let the civilians know how they are facing, what is their life, उनकी family के साथ क्या होता है, उनके साथ क्या होता है. I just wanted to bring the forces and the civilians' families together. उनमें ये एहसास दिलाना चाह रही थी. So this was all what I had thought. I didn't expect anybody to give me any kind of recognition. But धीरे धीरे बनते गए, and the Huffington Post recognized the work, and many of the Telugu newspapers published it. And यहाँ पे हांगकांग में भी काफी सारे local magazines ने publish किया हुआ है. So this says that, okay, I'm on the right path. You know, these are the small things that bring you motivation to keep it going. That's all.
Very true, Ms. Jaya Peesapatty. So I wish to tell the viewers and our subscribers that, it's very difficult to start in a new place, and especially it's not about their own land. It is about your own motherland, your own country, India, Hindustan, as we say, and then bringing about awareness about our culture, sharing our own tradition and different whatever you say, classical dance forms and classical music. All these programs have been hosted by Ms. Jaya in Hong Kong, and she has been recognized and accomplished person in this way. I can, if I may take this platform to tell, she is the informal and the non-formal ambassador to India, I must say, in Hong Kong. And coming to your Jai Hind, we have been hearing to you, talking to great achievers in the armed forces. And how is it that you sort of experienced this? What was your experience with the guest? And I'm sure you would have had some memorable moments which you would like to share with our viewers. Please do share some anecdotes.
Yes, starting when I had my first guest, obviously, since it was a Telugu radio and I was looking for some Telugu person to come on to the show, it was about a gentleman who was working for stores. So army provisions वगैरह he used to take to the points. मतलब ट्रक में पूरा सामान डाल के ले जाते हैं ऐसे. So he was telling about his anecdote. और बर्फीले पहाड़ पे उनके लिए खाना नहीं होता था, tinned food वो खाते थे. And that was also because of being in a very low temperatures, the food was also frozen. और उन्हें ऐसे ही खाना होता था because they were in such a place where they could not heat it. डिब्बे को खोल के उसी में से खाना होता था. So these kind of situations I would just try and imagine कि कैसे रहते होंगे वहाँ पे. और and they don't know how long they are going to stay there. उनकी ड्यूटी के बारे में उनको पता है, but कितना टाइम उनको ऐसा खाना खाना होगा. और फिर ऐसे मतलब उनके लिए कोई ढंग का बिस्तर भी नहीं होता होगा, ढंग का कमरा भी नहीं होता होगा. एंड जो नॉर्मल जिंदगी में हम सब हमारे पास होता है, कमरा, टॉयलेट, बेड, ब्लैंकेट, ये सब उनके पास नहीं होता है. बट दे स्टिल डटे हुए होते हैं कि हमें हमारे सरहद पर हमारे देश को सुरक्षित रखना है. दैट इज ऑल दे थिंक अबाउट एंड दे सर्वाइव ऑन सच बेसिक, और कई बार बेसिक मीन्स भी नहीं होती है उनके पास, फिर भी दे आर लिविंग. When I started off, I couldn't sleep, honestly. For many days, I couldn't sleep. And It is very hard to imagine when to prepare my script. I had to spend days together doing research on any particular officer or any particular war hero. It was very difficult. And when I got through, say, Captain Naveen Nagappa ji आए थे, तो उन्होंने जब अपनी experience share की थी, it was only personal experience that they are sharing कि वहाँ पे क्या हुआ था and how they had reacted. और हमें पता है कि नवीन नागप्पा जी का पैर बहुत ही बुरी तरह से इंजोर हुआ था, and then he had to crawl for so long on the mountains. It was very hard. I had sleepless nights. Every time I had prepared for any hero, I had sleepless nights, and I could imagine कि उनकी जिंदगी में उन्होंने जो भी किया है देश के लिए बहुत ही मुश्किल था. And every officer, every brave heart had a zeal, एक उत्साह था कि वो हमारे देश के लिए कुछ करे. And that made them survive through it, or that made them sacrifice their life for the nation. But at the same time, मैं मानती हूँ कि उनके पीछे, उन सब के पीछे भी एक साइलेंट फ्रंट है. ये लोग फ्रंट लाइन पे लड़ रहे हैं, जाते हैं, लड़ते हैं, but at the same time उनके पीछे एक साइलेंट फ्रंट है. And I totally say hats off to the silent front. और ये साइलेंट फ्रंट है माता पिता, भाई बहन, पत्नी, बच्चे. They are the actual strength of all the armed forces. उनका सहयोग ना होता तो definitely हमारे जो जानबाज सिपाही हैं, officers हैं, they would not have been able to give the 100% that they wanted to give.
Yes.
Yes, many times really makes me speechless, and I really can't express myself, but it has been very hard. And एक बार हमने सौरभ कालिया जी के मम्मी पापा से बात किया था, और उन्होंने जिस तरह से कहा था, उनकी मम्मी जी ने कहा था कि वो तो मेरा बेटा नहीं है, वो तो देश का बेटा है.
बिल्कुल.
इसलिए वो देश के लिए अपनी जान कुर्बान की है. वो तो मेरा बेटा नहीं है बेटा. The way she said it, इतना उन्होंने खोया, फिर भी उन्होंने जिस तरह से अपनी बातों से उन्होंने बताया कि देश पहले है, हमारे लिए भी. हमारा बच्चा है मगर हम भी देश के लिए ही सोचते हैं. So these are some of the very emotional points that nobody can sacrifice from their side, you know. एक छोटी सी सुई चुभ जाती है या छोटा सा चींटी काट लेता है तो होई होई करके हम लोग हल्ला मचा देते हैं. बट यहाँ पे हमारे जांबाज सिपाही हैं जो आगे से जाके लड़ते हैं और कहते हैं कि हम अपने देश को सुरक्षित रखना चाहते हैं. तो सच्ची में सलाम उन सभी को. एंड take a humble bow to all the brave hearts and the silent front, especially I would say the silent front. मैंने कई बार I have given storytelling sessions में I have been talking about the silent front more than our heroes. Of course, our heroes are recognized by the whole world, by our country and by the whole world. At the same time, silent front needs all that recognition. और मैं उनकी तरफ से हमेशा बात करती रहती हूँ.
That's wonderful, Ms. Jaya. And I would like to tell the viewers that this Jai Hind channel is conducted in Telugu by Ms. Jaya Peesapatty. What she does is, when we speak about our own experiences, or when the family, the guests speak about their experiences in whichever language comfortable to them, she then very neatly translates it into Telugu for the Telugu audience. So in that way, she balances between the guest and also the language. So that's an amazing feat once again, Jaya, commendable, and I appreciate your talent and the skill in translating. I find it really very difficult to do that sometimes. And the best part is, dear viewers and Jaya, we have done one session with Captain Naveen Nanjappa on how, as you said, he got injured during the Kargil war. And to know more about Captain Nanjappa, you can just check on the description given below. We would surely put in the link of our video hosted by Metamorphs. That was, again, as you said, I got goosebumps, and it was like he literally took us to the battlefield when he narrated it. So,
Shakuntala ji, I may not be doing justice, but I'll try to mention the name of the officers who were on the program.
Yeah.
I'll try a little bit, and kindly forgive me if I miss out on anybody's name, please.
Yeah.
I'll go through the names if you permit me.
Sure, sure.
Yes. We had Captain Naveen Nagappa ji, Major Devinder Pal Singh ji, and brother of late Lance Naik M.Y. Ramchandar. He was a Kargil Matya. And then we had Anil Kaulji, Colonel Anil Kaulji, Veer Chakra, who passed away recently. And we had Major Nitin Joshi, Major Deepinder Singh Sengar, again another Kargil hero. And of course, I had Subhashni Vasantji from Vasant Ratna Foundation, and Professor Narendra K. Kalia ji, who is the father of Captain Saurabh Kalia. Had Colonel Virender Tavatia ji, who was also on the Kargil war. Colonel Anil Kaulji, I mentioned again. And our very own Shakuntala Bhandarkar ji. And we had Wing Commander K. Parthasarthi and Salma Shafiq ji, of course, again from Vasant Ratna Foundation, wife of late Major Shafiq M.K. Khori ji. And we had SSB crack team too. It was very hard to, of course, connect with all of them. It was very difficult for me to connect to them staying here, but yet friends had helped me to go through them. And we had Sunita Dhankoria ji, sister of late Captain Amit Bharadwaj, and Subedar Yogendra Singh Yadav ji, Paramveer Chakra. And we had Vikas Manhas, who's a storyteller about all our armed forces.
Yes.
And ex-NDA cadet Shubham Gupta. Shubham Gupta was a student, and he was undergoing his training while he had an accident.
Yes.
So I had a talk with him too. And Hutan Shuama, who was doing portraits of all our heroes.
Yes.
He was just beginning. And I had him on the program, and it's so amazing to see that he had done amazing number of portraits. And we had Rashtriya riders who always are happy to reach up to war destinations. They like to go and salute and hoist a flag.
Yes, yes.
And we had Deepak Surana, of course. He had just written his book, Shesha, and he was there on the program. Colonel Dr. DPK Pillai sir, it was amazing to know his story, how he saved the children.
Shaurya Chakra.
Yeah, Shaurya Chakra. And we had Brigadier C.S. Vidyasagar. Brigadier Ji is doing tea seva in Hyderabad, helping all the veterans and their families. And Jagdish Soni sir, brother of late Captain Nilesh Soni. We had Vallabhai Ramni ji, who's the father of late Major Rishikesh Ramni, and Major Rakesh Sharma ji, again Shaurya Chakra from Kargil. And a few more. I'll take my time.
And yes, and Acharya, Major Acharya, as you told in conversation.
Bhavna Dwivedi ji, wife of late C.B. Dwivedi ji, Sena Medal, and Colonel Ravi Shankar Prasad ji from Hyderabad, Lieutenant Colonel Sudhir Kumar Bediji, a Lieutenant Colonel. He was a 1971 war veteran too. And Brigadier Henry Bhaskar from Hyderabad. He also had shared war experiences. He was there in Kargil too. And Captain Akhilesh Saxena ji, again from Kargil. And Charlata Acharya ji, wife of late Major Padmapani Acharya ji. And also daughter, she had done a table book. Yes. And it was amazing to talk to Aparajita about the table book that she had done. We had Major General Neeraj Paliji, Sena Medal, and Amarpali Acharya ji, sister of late Major Padmapani Acharya ji, Jitendra Singh Gurjar ji, who writes letters to all the families, and Gaurav Shukla ji again, Support Our Heroes, an NGO who supports families. And my dream came true when I had Major General Ian Cardozo ji. Yeah. It was a long pending dream for me, and finally it happened in 2020. Yeah. And Meghna Girishi, mother of late Major Akshay Girishi. So it has been a process of learning for me. As I mentioned earlier, Prashant Tiwari ji, Veer Nari Shakti Resettlement Foundation. And then we have Wing Commander M.A. Afrazi from Honor Point. Had the honor of talking to him too. And recently we had Air Vice Marshal Vidyasagar Bharti ji, is a YSM and SM, and Captain Shalini Naya. So almost 60 plus. And just counting. I would like to make it 100 sometime soon. Yeah, wish you all the very best, Ms. Jaya Peesapatty. And I wish to share with the viewers and subscribers that tomorrow they will be celebrating 10th year, almost a decade from where they were and what they're doing to Jai Hind, the program. And we wish you all the very best on behalf of Metamorphs and all of viewers. I wish to thank Ms. Jaya for taking her time out and sharing her experiences with us. So it has been very enlightening, very interesting, very motivating for us to listen to your experience and anecdotes of hosting this wonderful program called Jai Hind. Jai Hind and Jai Bharat.